Okay, so today we have some interesting news about the GPD XP, the new upcoming handheld Android gaming device from GPD, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it very much. There's this video from Angry Thunder, GPD XD, keep calling it XD, GPD XP, unboxing and overview. This person goes through it and plays PUBG and Genshin Impact, and it's playing them well, but I'm more interested in the specs of this thing. Obviously, looking at these pictures here, it's a Android gaming phone that's been repurposed as a console with like attachments to it. Not what I wanted, but I mean, that's what we get. So the GPD XP has some specs here that we can read off. It says that the full list of specifications for the GPD XP have not been announced yet. However, from their sources, they've learned the following information. It'll have a MediaTek Helio G95 processor, 6 GB of RAM, 128 GB of eMMC storage, a 6.81-inch screen, Android 11 compatibility, and 4G SIM support for data. So it has the Odin beat in terms of RAM, but apparently the processor here isn't as powerful as that Snapdragon one that the Odin is using. So seeing these two go head to head will be a little exciting. I mean, it has the Odin in terms of RAM on certain models, because the Odin one I bought has 8 GB of RAM, but the one I originally had ordered before I went back and changed my order was the 4 GB option. The early bird Odin base, the Odin base model, has a Snapdragon 845 chip, but 4 GB of RAM. I'm not sure if that will really help the performance having 2 extra gigabytes of RAM, because sometimes emulators don't really utilize the amount of RAM on a device as well as they could, but I mean, you have to wait. And the early bird Odin base, the Odin base model, has 64 GB of internal storage instead of the 128 coming on the GPD XP. But the Odin Pro, the Odin Pro, has 128 GB of storage, which is the one I got. It doesn't say how large the battery is, but in the unboxing and overview video from Angry Thunder, it says that there's a 7,000 milliamp hour battery, which is typical for smartphones these days. For like gaming phones, probably that's about standard, but that should last a pretty long time. The MediaTek Helio G95 CPU is an octa-core processor. It's most commonly found in mid-range Android smartphones, which might halt the performance of it. But we do have to see when it comes out. While it's unknown what specific launcher GPD will use, it looks similar to what the GPD XD Plus used, which stinks. So you're gonna have to put clean ROM on it if you want a nice UI. I put clean ROM on my GPD XD Plus the day I got it, so you should look into that if you get this. No benchmarks have been shown because it hasn't really been announced yet. I mean, it has, but the specs haven't been given out. We can get some different like performance by looking at like similar phones, like the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10s. I mean, it looks to play PUBG and Fortnite pretty well, so. And obviously the design is very similar to the GPD XD. 2 leaks that were circulating last summer. I don't like this design. I like the new color though. The black looks way nicer than the white. This ugly silver, that nice like matte black there, that looks nice. There's also a mapping option which you can do on the GPD XD Plus. It's just not as useful. So it's rumored that it will cost between 200 and 400 pounds. What is that in conversion? Hey Siri, what is 200 pounds converted to US dollar?
200 British pounds is $274.98.
Let me see if in this video it says anything about the price. Alright, and N22 score of 300,000 plus, so that should be good. Price above $250. That's is that really gonna be worth it? I mean, the Odin Pro, the early bird, that's currently saying there's like 200 of them left, so if you want them, go. I'll put the link in the description again. You can go and look at that. But the Odin Pro is gonna cost $275. I don't know why you wouldn't just go for that instead of the XP. And the Odin base is gonna be $225 on the market. That's gonna be a much better option. I don't even like the design of this thing. I mean, it looks pretty. I like the black color. It looks very shiny, but it's going to collect fingerprints. And I don't like the magnetic connectors that it has. I mean, the GPD XD Plus can play GameCube games pretty well. If it can do that, then maybe it'll be worth it. If it can play GameCube games very well, or if it can play like actually some Wii games, that might be better, but who knows. Someone's playing the Wii version of Call of Duty, and it's the frame rate. I don't know if you can trust that frame rate, but it's fluctuating between like 25 and like 10. So I don't know if this will be good at playing Wii games. Maybe like low-powered Wii games, like New Super Mario Bros. Wii or Mario Kart Wii, but it might be good to look at. I don't know. Wii emulation demo. New Super Mario Bros. Okay, so this is so confusing. It's slow. Maybe you could play around with the settings a little bit. I don't know how much they've tweaked with it. Looking at this gameplay, it's playable, definitely, but it's not the best. Okay, now I'm kind of confused. Because it's like, if we can play GameCube games very well, and like some Wii games, then maybe it'll be worth it. But I mean, like, again, the Odin Pro is gonna be $275, and the early bird right now is $265. I don't see why you would get the XP over the Odin Pro. If it's gonna be $250 plus, then it's probably not gonna be worth it. But I don't know. I haven't seen many tests on it. If you can play Wii games fairly well, maybe. Like if I can go around playing like Super Mario Galaxy on it, then maybe it'll be worth it. But like still, I'm just looking at this. Like the Ein Odin comes with, you can get a dock with it as well that has so many ports on it. The Odin just looks like so much more appealing to me. So GPD XP looking a little shoddy for $250. I do miss that old form factor. I'm gonna miss this form factor. I want another one like this. I'm gonna miss it because I like the clamshell form factor. GPD did wonders when they copied Nintendo and did a clamshell form factor and looked like the 3DS. And I don't think this is what anybody who originally purchased the XD Plus or XD wanted. Most people wanted another clamshell form factor, a lot more power. If they had to bump up the price for that, a lot more power, sure. But like, come on, I don't want this design. I don't see how this is going to be useful. But anyways, that's my thoughts on this. I am kind of excited. I'm excited to see the tests on this device, if it can be used as like a portable emulator for a lot of different consoles that are not like 8-bit, or it has to be up to GameCube, because the XD Plus can play GameCube. If this thing can't play like as many GameCube games, I'm going to be concerned. But once those tests come out, I'm going to tell you about them. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.